Hello. Hello, hello. Well, what can I tell you about me? I have been married 3 times. Thank you. That might be the old cheer I get all fucking night, so I'll have that, thanks. Yes, I have had 3 husbands. Not counting the gazillions that didn't mention they were married when I first met them, so quite a few more than 3, the bastards. But anyway, my name's Maura, not to be confused with Nora, Maureen, Laura, or Moira, thank you, or Martha I've had this week. The worst offender, though, is Myra. People are just being lazy, so I got introduced on stage about a year ago as Myra. Thought, no, I'm going to have to start correcting people now, not least because my husband's called Ian. Spent the last 30 years of my career in child protection and protecting vulnerable adults. There's no amount of DBS clearance that's going to get me anywhere when I'm invited as Maura and pissing Myra and Ian, sorry. So anyway, fuck that. So, I mentioned I've had 3 husbands. So speaking of serial killers, when I was on the 2nd husband, and I thought, it ain't going well, this. Well, I mean, that's an understatement. It was going to hell in a handcart. But I thought, how can I bring this to a speedier conclusion? It's just, I can't go through this again. So I started to fantasise about bumping him off. And I've developed the perfect MO for the perfect murder, which I'm about to share with you now. So some of you might want to take out a pen and paper and make notes. I can see that strained expression on your face. I recognise it. So anyway, this is it now. Use your imagination. Imagine me answering the front door. I've got my dressing gown on. The police are there. I've got a face like Alice Cooper. I'm crying my eyes out. He says, "You've called us. What's happened?" I'm at it. There's been a terrible accident. My husband's upstairs, dead in bed. Come in. Right, tell us what's happened. OK. Well, what happened was, we've been out, it's date night, we've got absolutely twatted drunk. It was fantastic, and we've come back. And he suggested that we be intimate, which is pretty normal, because it is Thursday after all. And he asked me, would I sit on his face? So, I'm a pretty obliging sort of lady. I thought, yeah, I'll give that a go. Now, as you can see, officer, quite a large variety. So I've got a bit of a technique nailed down. So, what I have to do when it's happening is what I can only describe as mount. And I apologise profusely for making eye contact with you there. That's more fucking eye contact than the recipient gets, but anyway. So I have to mount, and then I have to get onto the headboard, you know, and keep hold of the headboard, because I'm too fat, I've got no upper body strength, so I've got to keep going. Now, I'm in position. I need to move now, that's not good. And I'm in position, officer, and everything's fantastic. He starts thrashing about, his legs are going, he's smacking me, he's making all kinds of noises, and then the fireworks came, and so did I. So, officer, I've explained I'm a large lady. It takes me a few seconds to get my breath back. Come on, that were wonderful, the best he's ever done. So then I have to do what I can only describe as, you know, dismount. And it was only then, officer, that I realised I had a problem, because I heard a noise I haven't heard before, and I realised I've created a little vacuum round his head. And now he's dead. Boo-hoo. Where are them fucking insurance papers? So, who knew that his last supper was going to be me? And I'm very sorry, officer, but as I came, he went. So, I think this is the perfect murder, or the perfect MO anyway, because I don't need an alibi. Everybody knows what's happened. I don't need to worry about my fingerprints. I absolutely don't need to worry about DNA, because it's fucking everywhere. Woo! And I don't need to worry about getting rid of the body, because some other fucker's doing that for me, and the state's paying. This could not get any better. So then, you've got to just imagine the fantasy continued. And I'm thinking, I want one of them flash names that the serial killers have got. Now, I know you've got to kill 3 people for that, and I'm not going to do that. I know this is just fantasy. But it's a strong one, I'll tell you sometimes, and husband number 3 is shitting bricks. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself, I want one of them spangly names. Now, I thought about the Mancunian muffler. But I thought there's going to be some gobshite pedant telling me, you're not really from Manchester, you're from Bolton, so I probably couldn't use that. But then I thought I quite like vacuum vajazzle. It could be like VV, so that would be good. But then I thought, well, the one I like the best, and I think this is the one that will actually end up being the kind of cause of death at the coroner's report. They'll read this out, cause of death, Fat Fanny. Thought, yeah. So, when you see Fat Fanny on the front page of the Bolton Metro in the next few weeks, you know I've been busy and I've got going.